The case has two basic legs to it. One is that you have to prove access, that the party that you're accusing had access to your work. And the other is similarity, that there's enough similarity that they actually owe you something. We felt that we had similarity locked down. We thought that the title, the credo, the elephant line, and the 9 characters, there was no way for anybody to look at that and not be absolutely convinced that we didn't have enough similarity. You can prove access by something called striking similarity. Striking similarity is when the similarity is so great that it can't be explained in any other way except that they had your stuff and they were looking at it. And so we felt that that was fine. That really wasn't a problem for us, because once you see that it's called Zootopia, and it's an animal can be whatever he wants to be. If you want to be an elephant, you can be an elephant, and that's in both. And there are 9 characters that look the same, all stretched out, 9 to 9. That's a striking similarity, and there's no way that that's not going to be enough for a judge to be satisfied and say, okay, great, let's go to the jury, and they can decide now on the question of similarity. But that's not what happened, because ultimately the first thing that happened was that the judges in the copyright court decided to talk about similarity and to weigh the similarity, and they said there's no similarity. And we were shocked, stunned, flabbergasted how they could say that there was no similarity. And this almost defies belief and understanding, but you have to understand how it flows quite naturally from the crazy procedures of how copyright is adjudicated in the United States federal courts. Where our case was a little bit weak was on the issue of access, because when I had pitched my project to my executive at Disney, it was after this meeting with Stan Lee. So the meeting was on the books as a meeting with Stan Lee, but there was no record that I had stayed afterwards and pitched Zootopia. And now we find out that my executive says he doesn't remember that pitch at all, that as far as he's concerned, he can't remember it. No memory whatsoever, doesn't remember my talking about it, doesn't remember my handing over the portfolio.